Hi everybody, Scott George here again, and this is another personal entry in the Wolf and the Neural Network. This is directed at Dr. Holm from Nova Scotia Health Authority, the psychologist who lied, cheated, and stole on the record to have me terrorized. Dr. Holm, you knew better. You knew that I did nothing wrong. You couldn't even articulate why you were keeping me. You admitted that you had no idea about the facts, and it was handed off several times to you. You were told that admitting doctor mocked and humiliated me. You were told about my book bag. You were told about the man standing over me and touching my stomach inappropriately. And I remember how you looked off in the distance. And you're going to lie about it, right? Because you didn't put those things in the record, because then you couldn't lie, cheat, and steal and try to make me look to be a certain person. But that recording tells it all. And every single person watching this knows what you would have tried to do had that recording not existed. They know what a monster you are. It's non-contestable, and I'm not worried about how you people are going to retaliate. I can take a lot, right? But I guess my biggest thing here is, like, how many people have you done this to? How many times have you covered up massive abuses, right? Do you understand that your actions look like retaliation against me for reporting these issues? You couldn't articulate why you were keeping me. You just said because I'm unwell. I told you I'm a technical expert, did investigations with VPs, it involved the defense minister, and Jim Perrin from Halifax Regional Police, and you couldn't understand how Halifax Regional Police might be involved in this when you're facing a global technical expert. Your actions don't make any sense whatsoever. You couldn't articulate anything. You didn't even ask me appropriate questions. You could have tried to ask me a question to disprove me. Right? So much you could have done. And now look at the massive amounts of evidence. And then you took advantage of my mother, my sick mother. Oh, and you're going to blame me. Of course you are, right? It's what disgusting fucking pigs like you do. And nobody's going to be surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm ready for you because I've got more recordings. And you're going to say, well, I set you up. You're going to pretend to be the victim. And I mean, everybody's expecting that, right? You know what would be awesome if you came out and admit what you did, right? That's where I'm the most interested, right? Are you actually going to come out and admit it? Are you going to be that dick-hating nightmare monster that everybody knows you really are? That fucking monster that you know you are. Right? You literally did that to me because I am not the right kind of white. You said it. You stopped me from talking and said it can't be you. Okay. Your whole reason is it just can't be me when I did because think about that. I'm telling you I did an investigation with directors and VPs, these people right at the top of J.D. Irving, a previous commander of a criminal investigation unit, and you're saying you can't understand how this might involve the premier when they're lying about racism and get caught with this. And you're going to say I didn't articulate it properly, yet I've got all this evidence here. And it's all on this record with all these people, and they can see I am able to articulate this properly, and it was well documented, it was formatted, and it was meticulously done. I followed the law to a T. You can't even tell me who I would take this to, and your only answer can be the police. But you're still going to blame me and everything. I mean, it's just fascinating. To watch a psychologist do something like that, you basically just washed through your credibility out the window. How can anybody ever trust you? Do you know the liability you've opened up Nova Scotia Health Authority to? You do, and that's why you tried to cover this up so bad. Right? And imagine what you would have done had there not been a recording. Right? So everybody, if you want to watch what Dr. Holmes is, you can watch episode 14. Right? Nobody's really surprised. There's no talking to a delusional, dick-hating nightmare monster like Dr. Holmes. So I'm mostly talking past her. Right? And that's why Tim Houston showed up that night. The night my mother died. It was to cover up for this fucking failure for a human being. I'm not going to be nice to this fucking monster. This is a criminal. Dr. Holmes' actions is the definition of criminal negligence. And I'm going to make sure that she's held accountable and to that standard. It is my recommendation that RCMP proceed with charges, and that's what I'm going to be pushing. Thank you.